The National Football League welcomes you to the 59th Super Bowl halftime show. Give it up to the star of all stars, Victoria Lane. The lights hit the stage, but no Victoria Lane in sight. Instead, I was shoved right into the spotlight. I awkwardly stumbled toward the mic, accidentally kicking it. The mic swung back and, bam, smacked me in the nose. Feedback blared through the stadium, and the crowd winced, covering their ears and booing like I'd ruined Christmas. Oopsie, I'm skipping ahead. I'm Serene, by the way, Serene Carter. Here's the tea from the top. I was the golden girl of a self-made millionaire single dad. Born with silky smooth hair and eyes that sparkled like crystals, people always said I was the most beautiful girl they'd ever seen. Dad spoiled me like crazy, so much that I didn't even have to cut my own food. That left me free to focus on my one big dream, singing. La 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 la. It didn't take long for a famous music producer, Dad's old friend no less, to spot my talent. Next thing I knew, Dad was starting a whole record label just for me. Can you imagine? I was on track to be the next Sabrina Carpenter. Total espresso for me. But life wasn't giving me a fairy tale ending. Dad's company went bust. We lost everything and was left with a huge pile of debts. We moved into this tiny and damp apartment. My dad completely broke down to the point where he wasn't even thinking straight anymore.
Serene, where are we? Where's all our stuff? Who took it all?
I tried to calm him down, but we were broke. How are we supposed to survive? I needed to make money. But from where? Was it supposed to grow on trees or something? Smack! A flyer hit me square in the face. Oh hey, the cafe down the street was hiring. I ran over, fingers crossed. But when they asked about my work experience, all I could do was flash an awkward smile. Somehow they still hired me. Big W, right? Wrong. So how does this coffee machine work? And the cash register? Serving is just pouring coffee, right? Easy peasy. But I ended up spilling coffee on a customer's hand. That was the third strike and I was officially fired. I jumped from job to job, getting fired each time, until I was sweeping streets for cash. Not glamorous, but I kept humming tunes, trying to keep it on the bright side, imagining myself on stage at the Grammys.
Serene? Is that you?
A tall, jaw-droppingly handsome guy appeared out of nowhere. Shoulders as broad as the Pacific Ocean, muscles rippling. Yeah, do I know you?
It's me, Nathan. Remember? You helped me escape those bullies in high school.
Nathan? No way. Back in school, he was the dorky kid with glasses thicker than Coke bottles. Now, he looked like a totally different person. We went to the vending machines catching up. Turns out Nathan used to play for the legendary Notre Dame team. And now he's captain of the MDA football team. #1 in the nation. The shy kid from back then had turned into a total success story. And me? Well, let's just say luck wasn't exactly on my side. I spilled the whole sad story.
Oh, I'm really sorry, Serene. But don't you think it's dangerous for someone as young and beautiful as you to work late like this?
I just stared at the ground. Of course I knew. But what choice did I have? Nathan was quiet for a moment, then lit up like he'd solved world hunger. He offered me a job as his team's assistant, with a sweet paycheck to match. I almost cried. Finally, a win! All thanks to Nathan. I started right away. It sounded easy, running errands for the players, but these boys kept messing with me. They tossed the balls around and had me running across the field picking them up. They piled up sweaty towels for me to clean. One even grabbed my arm asking me to wipe his face. Ew, no thank you.
Ahem. What's going on here? Back to practice, now.
The guy scattered like scared kittens.
From now on, just stick with me. I'll handle the rest.
But Nathan waved over a player who was practicing nearby.
This is Zeke, our backup player. Hey, help me out with Serene's tasks, will you?
Zeke grinned and nodded. Before I could blink, Nathan pulled me into his car. For a shopping spree? It had been ages since I looked this fancy. But wasn't it a bit much? I mean, I hadn't even done anything to deserve all this from Nathan.
Don't sweat it. A pretty girl like you deserves the best.
Just because I'm pretty?
Oh, and good news. I paid off your dad's debt.
Wait, what? That debt is huge! Why didn't you tell me? I can't accept this. I'll pay you back.
It's cool. I wanted to help you out, 'cause I've liked you since high school.
This is too sudden.
Not really. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. So, what do you say?
He looked at me with those hopeful eyes. Could I say no? And just like that, we were a couple. The news went viral and people couldn't stop praising my looks. Some even compared me to Victoria Lane, the iconic pop star. So you're Nathan's new girlfriend. Let's see how long that lasts. Just so you know, Nathan and I are very close. Oh, Nathan, there you are! Victoria bolted toward Nathan and hugged him tight. He stroked her hair like it was the most natural thing in the world. I just stood there invisible. Then suddenly, flashes started firing everywhere. The press arrived.
How does it feel seeing your boyfriend cozy up to his girl best friend?
Are you, like, losing your mind with jealousy?
Oh, come on, guys. She's just an old friend. Serene is the one I love.
Exactly. You're not the jealous type, are you, Serene? It's so petty. I couldn't take it anymore. I spun around and ran. I needed to breathe.
What's your problem?
I turned back startled. Nathan was fuming.
You just embarrassed me in front of everyone.
I didn't mean to.
You're nothing but eye candy. I've given you everything, and all you had to do was smile for the cameras. How hard is that?
Nathan, I never asked for your help in the first place. His cold glare left me frozen.
Let's go home. You're just an embarrassment out there. Get in the car. Now.
My body was shaking. Something inside screamed at me not to get in that car. Then wham! A shoe hit Nathan square in the face. He collapsed unconscious. A guy sprinted toward me. Oh, it was Zeke? He grabbed my hand and we bolted like our lives depended on it. Holy smokes! I feel like I just ran a marathon.
I had no idea what was happening, but your face screamed, "Help me!" Nathan's a jerk sometimes. Are you okay?
Just a simple question, yet I feel my eyes stinging. I told Zeke everything about Nathan, the pressure of being with him, and the feeling of helplessness when I couldn't help my dad.
You're stronger than you think. Despite the hardships, you never give up. You're willing to learn, willing to do anything for your family. That's something to be proud of.
For the first time, I felt seen, like someone actually noticed who I am, not just my looks.
That smile looks good on you. And you know what else? Independence. Don't let anyone control your life. If you don't know who you are yet, start by being the main character in your own story.
Zeke was right. It was time for me to write my own narrative. The next day I confronted Nathan, but he acted like nothing had happened the night before. His scary side had been replaced by his usual charming smile. Was I imagining things? I asked to return as the team's assistant. Nathan agreed instantly, on the condition that we stayed together.
Our love is so special. We always got each other's back. Let's not let anything come between us, okay?
Fine, but whatever was between us wasn't love. Things seemed to go back to normal after that. Nathan kept showering me with gifts, but I firmly turned them down and set clear boundaries. He just gave me a faint smile like he expected it. As Nathan's birthday approached, the team begged me to organize a surprise party for him. I couldn't say no. We went all out. Cake, balloons, confetti poppers, even a heartfelt video. Everyone was buzzing with excitement, waiting to see his reaction. But as we arrived at his room, I was paralyzed. Nathan was wrapped up with Victoria, their lips locked in a kiss. Baby, when are you ditching that Serene girl?
Easy now, babe. I want to see her on her knees, begging, feeling what it's like to be cast aside. Like how she laughed it off when I asked her out back in high school. She won't get away from me.
I dug through my memories. It's true, Nathan had confessed to me back then, and I'd politely turned him down. But this? Holding a grudge for years?
Her family's broke now. Without me, she'd be picking trash off the street. Let's see if she can still hold her head high then.
This jerk! I slammed the door open. Nathan went pale as he saw me, and the entire team standing right there.
Serene? Guys? This isn't what it looks like.
Oh, really? So you weren't planning to humiliate me and pull all this trashy nonsense? I heard everything. Guess what? I'd rather pick trash than stay with a dirtbag like you. We're done. I turned on my heel feeling like I'd just tossed a giant weight off my chest. Behind me, the team silently followed. No one wanted a traitor as their captain. Within 24 hours, news exploded on social media. Nathan was torn apart by the press, his sponsorship deals were canceled, and his career crashed and burned. As for me, I stayed on as the team's assistant. And the best part? Zeke was finally getting his big break in the Super Bowl. But the pressure was eating him alive. He trained like crazy, pushing himself to the brink. The day finally arrived. Sunday, February 9th, Super Bowl 59. The entire nation was watching. Zeke was so tense that he made a major mistake. The team was at a huge disadvantage. He stood frozen on the field, drenched in sweat, his face blank with fear. This couldn't be happening. We couldn't lose. I had to do something. Halftime, I sprinted across the field, frantically searching for Zeke. But someone suddenly grabbed my arm. It was the music producer who had discovered me years ago.
You're Serene Carter, right?
Yeah?
Great! I'm keeping my promise from back then. Time to make you a star!
Wait, what?
Victoria Lane vanished right before her performance. You're going on stage in her place.
What? I haven't prepared anything. Before I could process it, I was shoved onto the stage. And that's how we ended up at the start of this mess. The mic smacked, the awkward stares, the stadium boos. You get the gist. I froze, my heart racing. The stage lights blinded me and I couldn't tell if this was real life or a fever dream. Then, as I glanced down at the field, I spotted Zeke. His face was drenched in sweat, but his eyes were blazing with determination. And in that moment, something clicked. Hey everyone, I'm Serene Carter. You're probably wondering who I am and what the heck I'm doing up here. Honestly, same. But someone once told me, if you don't know who you are, start by being the main character in your own story. So here I am, my moment. I locked eyes with Zeke and began to sing. My voice carried through the stadium, igniting the energy in every single person there, especially Zeke. By the end of my performance, the whole team was fired up. They charged back into the game with renewed flame. Slowly but surely, they closed the score gap. And then, just seconds before the final whistle, they scored! The stadium exploded with cheers and fireworks. MDA team had just won the 59th Super Bowl championship. Everything that happened afterward felt like a blur. My performance went viral, racking up tens of millions of views on YouTube overnight. And just like that, my dream of becoming a singer came true. Of course, the MDA team and I celebrated with an unforgettable party. But right in the middle of it, breaking news dropped. The real reason for Victoria Lane's disappearance? Turns out Nathan had tracked her down, blaming her for seducing him and ruining his career. Well, some people never learn, huh?
Congrats! You're finally free from that Nathan mess.
Not quite. I'm still working hard every day to pay back the debt he helped clear for my dad. But honestly, I have a feeling it won't take long. My music career is skyrocketing, and let's be real, having a football star crush cheering me on doesn't hurt. Oh my gosh, I only had 10 minutes before school started and I was still wandering around the house. I was sprinting but couldn't skip my daily ritual.
That's right. No matter how late you are, never skip breakfast. Here's yours.
Yeah, I know. Hold on a sec. Here, drink this too. Okay, all done, Mom. I'm off, bye. Hey friends, I'm Maggie, 16. Sorry you had to see me like this, but I'm in a rush. That scene you just witnessed, that's pretty much my life.
Maggie, you forgot your backpack!
Oh, holy guacamole! What would I do without my parents? Drop a comment below if you're a pampered baby like me. As long as I can remember, they've loved me unconditionally. But they're not my biological parents. I was told that 16 years ago, I was left outside their door on a snowy Christmas Eve with no note or information. They adopted me and have treated me like their own ever since. Life with them has been like living in a fairy tale. Mom's always taking care of the family, and she gets me all glammed up whenever I have school parties. Dad? He's always coming up with new games and fun stuff to do with me. We live together in total bliss. But my parents always told me not to talk about our family to others. Why? Is it because other families can't do what we do?
Well, no, actually. Every family can do this, honey. It's just that we shouldn't, show off too much, okay?
But I was just so proud and excited that I totally forgot what they said. I kept bragging every day about how fun my house was, and yeah, the results weren't great. This morning my dad was baking for me, but he slipped and everything fell on the floor. Ugh. My dad bakes without even using his hands. He's like this, and boom, ta-da! A perfect cake! They all thought I was some weirdo with my head in the clouds. And so, I ended up with no friends. Prom night came and I didn't want to go, but my parents pushed me. Worst mistake ever. Everyone whispered about how bizarre my outfit was. I'm pretty sure they have zero sense of fashion because this dress? Yeah, they picked it out for me. I pretended not to care, and when no one was paying attention, I slipped out. But I didn't get far before running into the school's popular troublemakers.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Maggie Quirky, why are you walking around alone, huh? That outfit, though, stunning.
Man, prom's boring, but going home would suck more. Come on, join our private party. Special people like you are totally made for these kinds of parties.
Then they grabbed me, pulling me along. I tried to get away, but it was useless. Just as they were about to shove me into the car, a voice called out.
Let her go.
Suddenly, a guy jumped down from a tree, landing right on the car, and gave those bullies the beating of their lives. They ran off, scared out of their minds. He asked if I was okay and offered to walk me home. On the way, we talked and I found out his name was Vincent. Thanks, but why were you up in a tree?
Oh, I was just observing. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Helps me chill out, you know?
That's so funny. I brought Vincent inside to introduce him to my parents, but for some reason, their faces turned pale.
I feel like we've met before, haven't we? Oh, you're probably mistaking me for someone else. Or maybe you've seen me on those hot guy fan pages.
Maybe. Want some tea?
Tea? A teacup?
Oh my goodness, I'm so clumsy. Let me make you a new one. After Vincent left, my parents immediately told me something wasn't right about him and that I shouldn't hang out with him. But since they didn't have any solid reason, I kept texting and calling Vincent every day. And to be honest, we got along so well. Except for one thing.
I think there's something strange about your parents. They don't seem normal.
What do you mean, not normal? I don't like you talking about them like that. That night, I couldn't sleep, probably because I had way too much coffee during the day. I quietly sneaked out of the house for a walk. But while I was out, I saw two familiar figures. And what the waffles were they wearing? And right behind them was a group of tough-looking people chasing them like their lives depended on it. I tried to follow, but there was no way I could keep up with their speed, so I ran back home instead. And when I got there, my parents were already sitting on the couch. Dad, Mom, I just saw you guys outside. What? We've been home all day. But why are you sitting here this late?
Oh, we couldn't sleep. You neither?
Oh, we couldn't sleep. You neither? I nodded and headed up to my room, but I noticed Dad still had leaves in his hair and Mom's hands were dirty. They were definitely lying to me. But what were they hiding? I started secretly watching their every move, but nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Doing chores, going to the grocery store, and shopping like normal. As for Vincent, after I gave him the cold shoulder for a while, he eventually apologized and didn't bring it up again. He even started asking me out more. I said yes, but of course, I kept it from my parents.
You're seriously the most innocent girl I've ever met. Makes me want to protect you even more.
Innocent? My parents say the same thing, but they also tell me it's not a good thing. That it makes me easy to trick.
Trick? What for? You've got powers of… you've got your own strength. So why be scared of anyone?
What powers? Though I do wish I had powers, for real. Our dates were going well, but secrets didn't stay hidden forever. One day, while I was happily chatting with Vincent, I suddenly spotted my parents' figures, but just as quickly, they vanished. I was trying to find them when Vincent suddenly screamed,
Ah! A rat! A rat just ran by!
"But we're in a cafe. How could there be a rat?" Then I saw them. My parents standing in a corner with smirks on their faces. It was them! Another time we were enjoying ice cream, and sure enough, I spotted them again. Just a few seconds later, Vincent's ice cream smacked right into his face, leaving him covered in gooey ice cream. I marched over to them and told them to go home right now, with Vincent looking completely confused.
Those stunts, they were your parents, weren't they?
Yeah.
But how did they do it?
They just did it, the way they usually do.
I told you, there's something off about your parents.
I started to feel annoyed and was about to leave, but Vincent stopped me. Yeah, okay, my parents are kinda strange, but they love me. There's nothing wrong with that.
Fine, I'll be real with you. I've been investigating, and your parents, they're witches. And you might be one too, though your powers haven't shown up yet. I'm not sure about that part, but I know you're a good person, which is why you should stay away from them. It's dangerous.
Are you out of your mind? You've watched too many movies. I stormed off right then and there, not believing Vincent would go that far.
Think about it. Normal people can't do that kind of stuff. Thank me later.
I headed straight home, but his words lingered in my mind. I started researching witches online, and to my shock, everything matched up with my parents. And here I was, thinking our family life was just like everyone else's, and that those little tricks they did were things anyone could do. Wow, I was so clueless. That night, I decided to stay up all night to spy on them, but my eyes kept closing against my will. Just as I was about to fall asleep, I heard voices.
They're getting closer. And now that they've broken this spell, they'll be able to get into the house.
What do we do? We can't leave Maggie here alone, but we can't just drag her out in the middle of the night either.
The only option is to tell her the truth, that we're witches. But what if she ends up fearing us?
My throat felt like it was closing up. I tried to stay still, but I suddenly let out a hiccup and my parents turned towards me.
Maggie, you...
I honestly don't know what to say right now. This is insane.
I'm sorry for keeping this from you for so long, but we're in serious danger right now. A group of hunters is after us. We have to leave, immediately.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing, but one thing I knew for sure, my parents had never done anything wrong to anyone. An idea suddenly popped into my head. You guys go. I'll distract the hunters. They won't dare harm a human. My parents hesitated for a moment, but eventually agreed. I rushed outside scanning the area. No one was there. Could it be that my parents had lied to me? Suddenly, a group of people came out of nowhere and surrounded me.
Get her! She's the witch!
No, I'm not! But they kept closing in, raising crossbows, ready to attack. Just then, someone I never expected showed up.
Stop!
Oh my gosh, it was exactly like the first time we met.
Yes, Captain.
What? Captain?
Keep looking for the other two. I'll handle the girl. Maggie, are you okay?
Get away from me! So the whole time you were just getting close to me to hurt my parents, huh?
Calm down. Listen to me.
Vincent told me that years ago, both of his parents were murdered by a group of witches. So when he grew up, he became a witch hunter to avenge them.
Maggie, you have to understand. This is also about keeping the peace in this town. Yeah, at first, I got close to you to keep an eye on your parents. But then I really did fall for you and wanted to protect you from all this danger.
Just as I was getting all teary-eyed from his confession, my parents showed up. No wonder we had a bad feeling when we saw you. Let go of my daughter now! Mom! Dad! Why are you here? Vincent immediately charged toward my parents, holding a silver crossbow aimed straight at them. But just as the arrow was about to hit, Dad waved his hand and a glowing shield appeared, stopping the arrow and turning it into dust.
Did you really think a few ordinary weapons could take us down?
At that moment, Vincent's group returned. Mom instantly waved her hand and a tornado spiraled toward them. Everyone dodged, but the winds were so strong that they stumbled and collapsed. Everyone except Vincent. He stood firm, swinging his sword into the air and tearing through the magical barrier protecting my parents, forcing them to retreat. No, this can't happen!
Your time is up, you evil witches.
No, my parents aren't evil! I rushed toward Vincent, but the light from his sword blinded me, and suddenly all the energy drained from my body. Then everything went dark. When I woke up, I was drenched in sweat. I looked around and sighed with relief. It was my room. It was just a dream. But then I heard noises outside. Everyone was gathering in the town square. My parents were tied to posts about to be executed. The townspeople looked terrified as Vincent declared,
These witches have deceived and cursed us. Today, justice will be served.
No! I screamed as I sprinted toward my parents, shocking everyone. Vincent's men tried to grab me, but he stopped them.
I know this is hard to accept, but the evidence is clear. I have to protect this town.
Protect? From what? If they're so evil, why have I been safe living with them for the last 16 years?
That was just for now. Get out of the way, or you'll be seen as an accomplice.
If you're really going to kill them, then you'll have to go through me first. Turns out, you're just as heartless and unreasonable as the monsters you hate so much. The crowd looked at each other in confusion. And then, just as Vincent's men grabbed me, the townspeople started shouting, saying that my parents were good people, recounting all the times they'd helped them. I seized the moment, broke free, and hurriedly untied my parents while the townspeople held back Vincent's men. Afterward, my parents walked slowly toward Vincent.
You should have done your research before acting. Yes, we're witches, but we disagreed with the evil witches, so we fled here and have been on the run ever since.
That same evil group took our child from us. That's why we adopted Maggie. She felt like a gift from above. Vincent stood frozen, then he apologized to my parents. In the end, both sides agreed to work together to track down and destroy the evil witches. Vincent still begged for my forgiveness every day after everything that happened, but I wasn't quite ready to let it go. And that's the crazy ending to my story. In the blink of an eye, another Christmas season had arrived, and this one was cozier than ever. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. It was Vincent.
Merry Christmas. Can you come out with me for a sec?
I hesitated, glancing back at my parents. They nodded and smiled, so I stepped outside with Vincent.
It's cold, huh?
Yeah.
Maggie, I've been thinking a lot about us.
Us?
Yeah, we left things kinda unfinished, didn't we? I mean, a lot of crazy stuff went down, but I was wondering, what do you think?
You'll find out, if you're brave enough to wait.